Welcome to the Beauty and Business Breakdown with Becca Healey. I'm Becca. I'm an entrepreneur, permanent makeup artist, and owner of Forever Brows and Beauty Studio. My studio is located in Cincinnati, Ohio, and my channel is where I come to talk to other beauty professionals, entrepreneurs, and people who inspire me. We're going to be covering different topics every episode and leaving you with inspiration, insight, and business tips. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Forever Brows and Beauty Studio. Now let's jump right in.
Hello there.
Hi, how are
Nice.
you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. So good to finally get to see you.
Yeah, it's lovely. We had a little bit of a mix up with times, but because it's evening over here now, so it's really nice to see you.
Oh, thank you. How are things going for you? So tell us, what are you doing right now?
Well, things have been a bit crazy for me recently because we were closed for nearly 11 months with COVID. So we had sort of 6 to 7 months off, and then we were allowed to go back for a little while, and then they closed it all again. So we're just reopening over here. So it's kind of crazy at the moment. So my running journey started really while we were locked down. I actually wasn't a runner before then. So it started to kind of stop me going insane while we were locked down.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a huge...
But we couldn't do anything else. The gyms were closed and there was nothing else to do or nowhere else to go. So that was one of the things I did just to keep me from going insane, was getting out and starting running.
So that was one of the things I was going to ask you is, are you running on the treadmill, or do you like running outdoors mostly?
It's all outdoors. Yeah. The gyms have only just opened again the same time as us. So it's all outdoors. And I live in a really hilly area. So I am a hill runner, not through choice, just because that's what there is. So
yeah. That's amazing. So tell us first, before we dive into our topic, who you are and what you do.
So I'm Katie Schofield. I know everyone wants to say Schofield. I think it is the world over, except in the UK. So it's Katie Schofield, and I'm a permanent makeup artist, and I'm based in the north of England. I think that's about it, really.
How long have you been in permanent makeup?
About 4 and a bit years. I keep thinking about this. Yeah, maybe 4 and a bit years, but I've been involved in the beauty industry for a long time before that as well. So I've been a beauty trainer and run a successful business as well before completely niching down into permanent makeup.
Wow. Okay. So are you a sole entrepreneur, or do you have a team?
I'm solo entrepreneur, and I would say that my business now, since reopening, is completely different to the business I closed down last year in COVID. So I've worked really hard. So I'm going to be expanding really soon because basically I don't have enough me to go around. So I'm going to need a team. So yeah, that's the next project, is building a team.
Yeah, that's a good problem to have.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So tell us, yeah, let's jump right into how running has changed your business.
I've been thinking about this, and actually there's loads of different ways that it has. I even made notes. So first of all, physically, I'd say that it's given me more energy. So I'm more energized at work. So I run 3 times a week. I do 1 medium run, 1 really long one, and then a recovery run as well, because I'm now in training for a half marathon. So I've only been running for 6 months or so, and I'm already training up to do a half marathon, and I'm not far off that, to be honest. So I'm definitely more energetic. I get up earlier, and also the discipline, because if you have to do that amount of training, you get used to not using excuses, because it's quite easy to not do things that are difficult. But if you have to do it, then you have to do it. So I definitely think it's made me more disciplined.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's easy to just say, oh, I don't feel like going for a run today. But if you know you have to and you dedicate yourself to it, it's the same mentality for your business. You may not want to wake up and do all the things that you have to do every day, but we have to show up every single day.
Yeah, and I think that is its consistency, and showing up every single day is part of what's changed. It's that understanding that if you get up there every single day, you're going to make changes, because the changes of me not being able to run at all to, you know, not being far off a half marathon has only happened in 6 months. And it's just consistency, just showing up and not using excuses, but also learning to know when to rest and when you might have to sort of pull back a little bit, but being honest about yourself as to whether you're making excuses or whether you are actually, you know, if it's for your greater good or you're just actually being a bit lazy.
Yeah. So, what are some other ways that it has changed your business? So it's made you more consistent.
Absolutely. Also, I'd say that it's got me used to being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, like you were just saying, that there were plenty of excuses, especially as I started running in the winter. So it's like horrendous weather here in the north of England. So I would run through ice and snow and lots of rain and lots of wind. And so it's very easy to make excuses. Mm-hmm. So consistency, but also got me used to being uncomfortable. So in the beginning, you might think, oh, I'll only do a little bit of this running. I'll only do 5 kilometers or whatever. Now, if I'm tired or if I'm feeling a bit rough, it's just like, well, you're going to be tired on your run. Sucks to be you, you know. And I think that that's good with working, because it's like, yeah, I know you're tired. I know it's hard work, but if you want the results, then you're just going to have to do it anyway.
Right.
So, and getting out of your comfort zone, certainly getting out of your comfort zone. And I think that in the beginning, I was talking about running and saying, oh, I can't run. I've got bad knees. I've got sore feet. I'm not a runner. You know, I've got a bit of a bad back. And I think that you can create a reality for yourself that you can't do things. And actually, I'm amazed at what I can do and how strong I actually am. And I think that once you tap into that kind of mindset, then you can be like that with other things. So when you think, oh, I don't really want to employ anyone, it's a bit difficult. It's like, well, yeah, actually you can do that. You know, you can do things that are a bit tough.
Yeah, that's amazing. So tell us, like, what is something that you do when you're running, like, to help you push through those difficult times when you want to quit and you want to just turn back?
Always imagine the end result. Mm-hmm. So always, the process is what's amazing. The process is what's enjoyable, but I always imagine the end result. So when I'm sitting there thinking, oh, I've still got like half of this run to go, I imagine how I'm going to feel when I actually do it. And I think that technology is good for that as well, like apps that show you how you're improving and show you what your times are, because then you can look at it afterwards and you can dissect all your data. And you know, that's so envisaging what's going to happen at the end is something that really gets me through, and how I'm going to feel. And I think that that can be the same in your business as well. You know, it's tough hours, you know, and it's hard work, but when you look back, like I'm looking back at my business from a year ago, it's like, just look at what you've done, look at what you did just from keeping going and being consistent every day. So yeah, I definitely think a lot of that's to do with mindset, and not listening to this is hard, this is tough, I'm not getting any faster, you know, focusing more on where you're going and the end result.
Mm-hmm. What type of music do you like to, or do you listen to music at all when you're running? Drum
and bass.
Okay.
Only ever drum and bass. I have a strict drum and bass policy.
I need you to share some songs with me then, so I could get some new running music.
Yeah, I can't think of who it is though. I can't think of, because I only know the songs, but I can do your playlist. But yeah, absolutely, I have a running playlist, and but anything really bassy, anything nice and upbeat is what that'll keep me going through it, and it just fires you up because it's like dancing music. Mm-hmm. So you'll find an extra bit of oomph to get going when you've got a bit of bass going.
Yeah, that's great.
Hi, you already said hello.
Yeah, Signature Browse PMU. Hello. Do you ever find yourself listening to rock music when you're running?
Occasionally, if I let my phone choose the music, because I am a bit of a metalhead as well. Mm-hmm. But so yeah, do like a bit of rock music. But generally, I am quite strict with dance music for running, just because of the tempo. Mm-hmm. Are you a bit of a rock chick?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, me too. But just different.
I love all different genres, but rock is just like has a special place in my heart.
Yeah, I grew up as a rock chick. I'm an old punk, so you know, but I like to curate my music for different things. So when I'm at work, I have strictly drum and bass on at work, because it keeps my clients relaxed. So and everyone seems to like it.
Yeah,
they don't argue with me awesome. Anyway.
Yeah, we listen to, a lot of times at my salon, I listen to spa music.
Yeah.
It does make me tired sometimes.
That's what I did. I started out listening to spa music. I thought I'm going to create a really nice experience for my clients, get them all relaxed. And then I just found that I was drifting off and I thought, no, I'm in charge of needles. I need to be awake. So I find something that's quite beachy, drum and bass, so that they're nice and relaxed, but that I'm still awake, because that's important.
Yeah, you have to share that playlist with me too.
I will do. Yeah, I will do. I'll send it to you. So do you run at all yourself?
I do, yeah. So I've done, I think 4 or 5 half marathons, but I haven't done one in a couple of years. So I stopped running last year in the fall time. I had a surgery. So I stopped running around September, and I didn't run through the winter. I just picked it up again probably in like February or March. I just started again.
And how's it going?
It's going good. I mean, it's going slow. I'm slowly increasing my distance, like half a mile by half a mile. So every week or every 2 weeks, I'll bump up my distance a little bit just to go a little further. But I'm still trying to get back into the rhythm and being consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the shot. Do you know the hardest bit I always find is getting dressed and putting your shoes on. Once you're out, you're fine. Once you're gone, you're nearly finished. It's the getting up and the discipline, definitely, for me anyway.
So do you mostly run in the mornings, like before you go to work, or do you run after work?
Yeah, always in the morning. I'm no good after work. If I leave it till after work, it's not going to happen. Yeah. I will find an excuse. And I've still got my dog to walk when I get back, so I'll walk in the evenings. So the only way, and I'm not a morning person. I'm not good at getting out of bed at all. So I just have to do it. I just have to ignore the voices and just get dressed and go. By the time I've argued with myself, I'm already out. So yeah, so always in the morning. And then you've done it. So whatever happens in the day, you've achieved something already before you've even got to work. You know, you've already done what you need to do. And then you can just go home and relax.
Right. Yeah, just get it out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I feel the same. So the other thing that I'd say that has helped me is being quite analytical. So having the apps, things like, do you have Strava? Of course you have Strava over there. But I use Strava a lot, and also use my running watch quite a lot. And I feel that that's sort of made me more analytical about my business. So like you were talking about your running program, I've got a strict program that increases. It's been done by a runner, so I've got a guy training me, and it's increasing gradually. But it's been analytical that has made me really analytical about my business as well. So actually sort of trying to get into the tiny details of things. And I think that's completely changed my mindset of thinking, right, if I want to run 13 miles, I'm going to have to increase by this, and I'm going to have to do this many things. And I think that that's changed how I feel about my business as well, because it's like, if I want to achieve this and see this many clients, or I'm going to have to answer this many messages. And, you know, it's the analytical side, I think, has definitely helped with running. I'm completely all over my data. I love it.
That's amazing. So are you using like Trello to track your leads, or how do you
love Trello?
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah. Trello's changed everything for me, because I think before everything was just a bit scatty. Mm-hmm. You know, and then it just became too much. There's too many clients to keep. So Trello Trello came along. I put everything in Trello.
Yeah.
Everything. My to-do list is in Trello. Everything is in there. So my entire business runs in Trello, because then suddenly it's organized. You know, you can see it. And I think that, do you find that with running as well, that it organizes your thoughts?
It does. I get a lot more clarity. Like, I'll think of stuff when I'm running that I've been like wanting to try to figure out for like a week or so. And then when I'm running, it'll just come to me, and I'll get like an epiphany, or it'll be like a light bulb goes on that, you know, and then I'll also like think of new creative things when I'm running.
I'm exactly the same, because I don't think we get that space in normal life for your thoughts to sort of untangle. And then, you know, some of the best ideas I've had have been when I'm running, and I'll come back and think, oh, yeah, thought of something amazing. And also it'll, like we talked about going in the morning, it'll help me, you know, because my head's always buzzing with things. So it'll help me sort of untangle them and form a nice structure of what I can do with my day, rather than it just all being loads of ideas. And I think actually that's been the most useful thing for running, is the organization of your brain.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a healthy result from running.
I don't think anything else does it as well, because I've always liked the gym, I've always lifted weights, I like cycling, but nothing else has given me that clear head. Mm-hmm. The clear, I think you just go into a different zone, and it's lovely, really.
Have you experienced the runner's high before?
Yeah. I actually think as well it's quite a long high. Mm-hmm. So if I've run before work, I will generally stay upbeat all day. Mm-hmm. So with weights, I'll get quite a big high, but then I'll crash after, and I'll crash the next day as well. So I find that with running, I still feel quite fresh the next day. Mm-hmm. But the high seems to last all day. I'll feel good about it all day.
Wow.
I can see why people get addicted to it.
I've only experienced a runner's high one time before, and it was like while I was running a half marathon. It was around like mile 9, when you think you would be like completely dead and wanting to be done. I was so excited, and like there were people cheering us on. You know, I was like dancing back and forth with the crowd. Like I was so pumped. I don't even know where this huge like burst of energy just like came over me, and I felt so like just free. Like I was just running, my legs didn't even feel like they were hitting the pavement. Like you just don't even realize your body just moves.
Yeah, that's a wonderful feeling though as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
I've had that a few times, but I've got to say the majority of my running was hard. You know, I was not a natural runner, and it was for the first few months I did it, but I didn't take any pleasure in it. It took a long time for me to suddenly go, yeah, I quite like this. This is, yeah, I can see why. You know, for the first probably 2 months, I just felt like I was going to die each time. But yeah, now I don't feel like that. I feel like it's completely different.
That's great.
And, yeah.
So how many days a week do you run?
3 days. So I try and work. I do one on a Sunday because I'm not working. Then I'll do my long run on a Wednesday because I have an admin day. So I'll get up really early and I'll do quite a long run. And then I'll get up early before work on a Friday and do my recovery. So just a short one. So yeah, I don't think I can, because I've got to do weights in between then as well to build my muscle up, to make sure that my muscle doesn't waste as well. So it's quite hard. You've got to commit to it.
Yeah, I think 3 times a week is good though.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm working up towards that. I think we've had like some strange weather where we've had snow and lots of rain and stuff like that recently. So whenever I can't get outside to run, I've been going on the elliptical, because I do have plantar fasciitis from a running injury in the past. So I can't do like the treadmill running, but I have been getting on the elliptical in place of that.
Yeah, I think as long as you can keep moving, you're not gonna lose your focus. Mm-hmm. So I think my trouble will be when it gets really warm, because I'm used to running in the cold now, and I think when it gets warm, if it gets warm in the north of England, that'll be harder for me because I'm not really good in the heat. So I think that I'm probably a better winter runner than I am a summer runner.
Mm-hmm. So what are some other things that running has taught you that you're surprised by, or like anything else that you want to share that we haven't?
I think the best advice I could give about running was that I was lucky enough to know somebody that had gone from not running to being an ultra runner. So gone from not running at all to running like 50 miles a day or something like that. And so I think that had I just gone, right, I'm just going to go and be a runner, I'd have probably injured myself, done it all incorrectly, and then hated it and then given it up. Whereas I had someone to tell me what to do. And I've only had 1 week off with injury in 6 months, and that was just where my knees started niggling a little bit. And I think that having somebody to guide you, and I think that's the same in business as well. You know, it is sometimes good to ask people and get help from mentors who've done it before, who can guide you through the way, because otherwise, I mean, early on in my running, he would look at all my data and go, you need to slow down. You're trying to go too fast and you're not, it's not going to work. You know, you need to slow right down. That's how you're going to get better. You work on these lower levels of fitness before you can get fitter. So definitely having some expert advice was, well, that's how I've got to where I've got. It's just steadily building progress. And I would definitely say that helps with business, because you try and do everything yourself. Sometimes you can just mess it up. It's sometimes good to have someone that can talk you through the journey.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome that you have that resource, and that you weren't.
Yeah, I'm good at asking for favors.
Yeah, I think. So when is your marathon then?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet, because it isn't a race. I'll probably just run it myself. I might take part in one, but again, there's no over here yet. There's no real big races happening. There's no marathons because of COVID. So,
yeah.
I think there might be one or two, but a lot of events are still getting cancelled. So I might just go and run it myself. But hopefully within the next couple of months. When we opened again, I backed off running because I thought I was going to be quite tired at work, because I've not worked for 4 months. But actually I wasn't. I was fine. I was full of energy, if anything. So I'd kind of cut back on the running, and I've had to bring it all back in, because otherwise I'm not sleeping, because I've got all this energy from, I think my fitness has improved so much over the last 6 months that I'm not used to it. So so probably the half marathon within the next couple of months, maybe even in May, we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, you could always do a virtual one, like where we've been doing a lot of those here because of COVID. They have canceled the in-person, marathons, but there are some virtual ones that you could do where you run on your own, and then they record your time and stuff like that.
Yeah, I might do something like that, or I might just get out in the hills, or I might go somewhere to do it. We'll see. Haven't decided yet, but that's what I was going through, because at first it was like, I just want to do 5 kilometers. I just want to do 5 kilometers. Then that happened quite quickly. And then it's like, I just want to do it and not feel like I'm going to die, and actually maybe enjoy it. And then I thought, well, I can't do 10. And again, of course you can. You just need to train towards it. And now I do 10 kilometers twice a week.
Wow.
And I remember my first 10 kilometers was January, and now I do 10 a week and 2 a week. And it just doesn't even register now as a big effort. So it's amazing how quickly you can progress.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'll be looking up to you for some support so I could get back in my running journey.
Excellent. I look forward to it. And I think, again, having a good team around you is, because, again, I'm on the Strava app, and I love that people congratulate you, and I'm watching what other people do, because we are a result of the people that we hang around with. We're a result of the 5 people that, so if you're going to sort of spend time in the company, even virtually, of people who are lazy and don't want to do this, and you will become more like them. And I think that it was just knowing people that were going out running all the time makes you want to get your shoes on, and you start to become influenced. So I look forward to seeing you running again. Yeah.
Do you have an Apple Watch? Like, can we connect on there?
I've got a Garmin watch. I've got my Garmin watch. Yeah. So, but we can connect on Strava if you're on there.
Okay.
I think it's worldwide, and I'll give you applause every time you go out.
Thank you. I'll give you back some applause.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we just have a few minutes left. So tell people how they can work with you and how they can get in contact with you.
Well, they can get in contact with me on Instagram. So I'm Katie_Schofield_, but if you're over on your side of the Atlantic, it's spelt Schofield. I have a Facebook page as well. People can call me, but a lot of the time I don't have a chance to answer, because I'm going to have to get an assistant to deal with all that at the moment, because, as I said, things have just expanded dramatically. I have a YouTube channel as well, Katie Schofield Permanent Makeup. So I want to be certainly contributing more to that and doing some more educational posts in the near future.
Awesome. Very cool. So I appreciate you for being on here with me today.
It's been my pleasure.
Is there anything else that you wanted to share with our audience before we go?
I don't think so. I'm just looking at my notes. So I think that, I just think that the running has made me push myself harder and made me understand that there's things that I'm capable of that I wasn't aware of. And sometimes just putting yourself through those tricky things makes you go, Yeah, actually, I'm tougher than I thought. And definitely consistency. Just keep turning up.
That's so important.
Yeah. Because you're never going to get really fit in a week. It's like, am I fit yet? It's like, it takes time. But every run that you've done is another run under your belt where you are improving. You know, those changes are being made. Even if it's rubbish, even if you felt tired, you've done it and the changes are being made. So no one can take it away from you when you show up. The only way you don't improve is just by not doing it.
Yes. That's perfect. I love that. Awesome, Katie. Well, I'll let you go today, and I hope we can connect again soon.
Me too.
I loved having you on my channel.
It's been a pleasure. I love being here.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll speak to you soon. I'll keep my eye out for you running.
Yeah, sounds good. Have a good evening.
Speak to you soon. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate the support. Please like, subscribe, share, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Forever Brows and Beauty Studio. And please join us again next time for new guests, new stories, and new inspiration. Thanks so much.